Today at the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we're going to go through an article and reports or rumors going around that Fox Sports and USA Network are not happy with the WWE and the drops of their ratings. There's rumors going around saying that McMahon is not worried about the ratings, and there's reports that Fox News and USA Network are not happy and they're losing patience. That and much more on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Welcome back, guys, to the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. And today, I'm going to be talking about the latest article that's going around the social media about Fox Sports and USA Network not happy with WWE, and they are frustrated supposedly with the poor rating that WWE has now. Before I start, we all know that how you call it, WWE had their pay-per-view this past weekend called Extreme Rules, the horror show, and pretty much that was a horror of a pay-per-view. They left a lot of people wondering and just mind boggled on how most of their matches ended. I come to find out Vince McMahon was not happy with the ending of the Rey Mysterio and the Seth Rollins match. They could have done better special effects on that, and McMahon got involved, and it was a cluster, you know what. Also, the Bailey involvement in the Sasha Banks versus Asuka, that left us confused again, because all of a sudden Bailey ended up taking the referee's shirt, putting it on, and have Sasha pin Asuka for a 3 count, and made it look like Sasha won the Raw's Women's title, and left everybody confused. The same thing with the Swamp match between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, and I thought that was going to be a Universal title match, and that turned out to be, I don't know what, more cinematic stuff. WWE has just pretty much burned out the cinematic stuff. It was cool back then before, and it was new concept for the WWE when they did the Boneyard match in WrestleMania. Now they're using this crap all the time, and they just killed it. You know what I'm saying? And now the reports are going around that, and it's coming from Ringside News, that Fox Sports and USA Network are pretty much frustrated with them because the rating has been horrible. I think last week's Monday Night Raw was the lowest they ever had, I think in 2020, or for lowest since God knows what. But I don't understand why is this happening when you have a bulk of talent that you could use, but you keep pushing the same guys over and over again. I mean, you have just destroyed wrestlers' pretty much career, because Ricochet was one of those guys who I felt that they could have pushed him bigger and faster, higher than what he is now. And they pretty much gave up on him. Ricochet, I would have been supporting him big time, but right after that situation happened where WWE felt like they want to bury him, he lashed out at the fans. So people like him need, I guess, deserve to be where they are right now. But supposedly Ringside News, and this is coming from Ringside News, and this is rumors. Wrestle Talk posted the same thing, even though they gave this the input in it. They put pretty much it's pretty much reported the same thing, but they supposedly Ringside News source recently disclosed that WWE is feeling the pressure regarding the sinking ratings. They said shit runs downhill, which is making for a very stressful work environment, as some network executives are taking their frustration out on anyone that they can underneath them. The backstage staff are set to be walking on eggshells. Ringside News has been told that the story that Fox and US Network are okay with waiting for people to come back into the arena is bullshit now. This was reported also in May, where WWE or Vince McMahon said that Fox Sports and USA Network were okay with the ratings going on because of the pandemic, but not this rinse and claims is bullshit. We don't know if it's true or not, but to make matters worse, the imminent return of football is making the network worry even more. The NFL games are well known for taking substantial chunk out of WWE viewership, which is largely something that WWE can do nothing about it because football is by far the most popular sport in America. Now, with that being said, very short, I could say this much. WWE put themselves in this situation because, first of all, Vince McMahon, I remember back in March, or I think it was in February before everything stopped, he took 15% stake out of his stocks or his shares, and I think it was $84 million I think he took out, and we didn't know what was he doing. At that time, the XFL was still up. Next thing you know, the XFL goes bankrupt. Uh, Yet the wrestling kind of stopped in a way. Now on he was just producing stuff from the performance center because of the COVID, and there was no fans, there was nothing. Things got real bad, and they ended up giving $18 billion to the Trump PAC supposedly, but for Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida, they gave him essential worker title. Now, when they got the essential worker title, I figured, well, now they could produce shows. At first, when they started doing the produce shows, they were horrible. There was no fan. There, nothing. You can hear nothing. It was empty. WrestleMania was recorded that way with nobody around, just the cameras and the announcers. They brought back kind of, you can't say fans, but more the NXT trainee in there. And you figure, well, if AEW could do a show, a decent show, I'm not saying they're great shows, but decent show, and get like 700, according to them. I mean, that's TNT. Don't mind that. Don't care. Uh, if you can't get 1.9 million people or 2 million people to watch a show on Mondays and Fridays, that is the problem. Where is it going wrong? Is it because you can't say it's the fans? Is more of the performers or the storylines. The storylines has been all over the place since the beginning of the year, even when fans were around. And the excuse that people are saying that, especially McMahon, that fans are not in attendance, and that's why they don't. Come on, stop it. The fans were in attendance in January. You still wasn't even pulling a 2 million yet. You wasn't even pulling a 2 million. January, I think you had one of the worst shows, whatever. It's all about storylines. Now you have Paul Heyman in there, but every time Paul Heyman did a script or somebody did a script, Vince McMahon would trash the storyline, crumble it, and redo it all over again. He did it in SmackDown when Road Dogg was in there and Eric Bischoff. He does it in Raw. He did it yesterday when they had a 2 hour delay or whatever it was. It was supposed to be a 2 o'clock recording of Raw for next week, and he tore up the script for last night's show, redid it, so it was like a 2 hour delay. So whose fault is it? It's McMahon. You can't blame nobody else but McMahon. McMahon is the one who approves the storylines. And why is it that you got writers if you're not, you got 30 something, 40 something writers, and I'm sure 40 something writers got some type of idea, and you don't like anyone, and everybody's trying to make you happy, is a big problem. And like I told a certain individual who I respect, and I told him, yeah, okay, may not be true what they were saying about the Fox Network and USA Network not being happy, that's not true. But at the end of the day, these networks depend on advertisers. And as the advertisers are putting their product on TV for them or for the commercials or whatever the case is, and nobody's watching, that advertiser is losing money. The network is losing money. So, regardless if they haven't said nothing, if it's this report could be true or not, I still say that WWE has to do better. And because I mean, McMahon broke the bank when he got $2 billion from Fox Sports to have his show SmackDown there, and maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he doesn't want to run the freaking thing anymore. Maybe he wants to sell it. And I remember ESPN was one of the I think one of the companies that wanted to buy WWE. That didn't go through. Disney was thinking about it, but Disney and ESPN is the same crap because they both under the same umbrella. We don't know. We do not know. But Sunday they pretty much show everybody what where they at, because they left a lot of people um, saying to themselves that was garbage. The Stream Rules was garbage. So it was a horror, and it wasn't a horror show like they claim. It was horrible because you left people wondering what the hell's next. So it's like Bruce Pritchard, and I'm hearing Bruce Pritchard is feeling the pressure because he now is running SmackDown and Raw. So I mean, there's so many reports coming out of there. The fact that they say that they're rewriting scripts because a lot of wrestlers not there. Well, a lot of those wrestlers may have COVID, but they're not reporting because WWE didn't want nobody putting anything online saying they had COVID. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, and people can't tell me, oh, there's a silver lining. Please tell me what's the silver lining at. You know, if the silver lining is there, please let me know. Show me what the silver lining is at. The only way the silver lining will come if Vince McMahon gives the power to Triple H. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Triple H, but if Triple H was to take over the whole Raw and SmackDown, it would be a whole different thing. I think they will blow out AEW out of the box. I think they'll blow out any promotion right now out of the box. There won't be nobody able to compete. But McMahon doesn't want that, and McMahon, as you will see, I think he took some type of power away from Triple H. I think he's I don't remember what his title is, but he's not COO anymore like he used to. And this is why NXT, you see it, is not the same way. The McMahon got his hand on that, and there's gonna be a lot of NXT fans very, very disappointed. I think the only hottest thing going on right now is Keith Lee and Killer Cross. I'm still gonna call him Killer Cross. I don't care what anybody says. So that's like the hottest thing going on. The women's division was so great back in the days. It has diminished so bad. Same thing could be said about the women's division in the WWE roster. The main roster is all about only Sasha, Bailey, and that's it. And Charlotte's not there. Um, the other girl, I forgot her damn name, who's pregnant. Um, Becky Lynch. It's not the same. And you got Amber Moon still hurt. Nia Jax is just horrible in that ring. Uh, Kyrie Zane, you saw her last night, and that's the last time you see her because she's out of there. She's out of there. Whatever anybody says to me, she is out of there. So it's just, I don't know. It could be possibility. The networks may. I don't see them pulling the plug. I don't see that. USA Network, I don't see them pulling the plug. But I can see Fox Sports probably pulling the coat of McMahon. I can see it happening. The reason I say more Fox Sports than USA Network because USA Network has an I think they owned by NBC. And NBC owner and McMahon are very close friends. They go way back since the WrestleMania and Hulk Hogan days. So they have a very good relationship. Fox Sports, I don't know about all that, but I don't know how that relationship is or whatever. But Fox Sports may have regrets that they actually have WWE there and nobody's watching it, you know? So, anyway, guys, this is it. I just gave you my feedback. I really didn't want to do a video today, but somebody just pissed me off. It pretty much made me put this video because people claim that if I don't want to see WWE, I shouldn't watch it. But again, I am a wrestling podcaster, so I'm going to cover WWE regardless because that's what I do. And if the product is garbage, I'm going to call it out. Same thing if it was AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, NWA, Major League Wrestling. Any of them. If their product was garbage, I would have said something. I'm not targeting WWE like this individual thought I am doing. He said that everything I write, every time he sees my post or my videos, I'm saying something negative about WWE. Yeah, because there's nothing positive about WWE right now. So you could be a WWE supermarket. That's fine with me. but you're not gonna try to make me sugarcoat what WWE's been doing as of late, and that is producing garbage. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. It's just, I mean, there was even word that they were trying to do Evolution 2, and then Evolution 2 was going to be mainly focused on Tessa Blanchard. And like I said, like I did this weekend's podcast with my boy Jay Santee. Tessa Blanchard should chill out, but and just relax and see what happens. But we'll see. But right now, WWE is uh, right again. That what I'm reporting is just rumors. It's not a fact. It's not something that I'm like, yeah, it's true. It's true. No, it's rumors. Wrestle Talk put it up. Ringside News put it up. Who else? BodySlam.net has put it up. Ringside News. I don't know where they're getting the resources, but I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised. So until then, guys, again, check out my YouTube channel here at the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. Subscribe to the channel. I have tons of content in here. Also, if you guys want to check out the top links that I got there, I got the Instagram, the Facebook, and Twitter. Also, Anchor. That's where my audio podcast is at. You guys can check that out. I had a great interview with my boy Jay Santee where we talked about everything from wrestling style to Tessa Blanchard to WWE, everything. So you guys can check that out and subscribe to the audio podcast through Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play, and you can check that out and see what I got there. I got tons of contents there. So till then, guys, be good, be well. Please, social distance, wear that mask, saves lives. Till then, God bless, and I'll see y'all soon.